doing something different because I don't got much time with my brother here, but I'm your boy Enforcer. I got my brother D Money, who loves football more than I do. I think there's one person that
Man,
can even be equal more. So what's going on, bro?
I'm a football fanatic.
Fanatic. I love that word.
Absolute fanatic.
So I usually do NFL updates like news, trades, all that stuff. I ain't hear nothing today except for yesterday. Brandon Graham is out for the season. Minshew is out for the season, and that's about it. No one got signed. Nothing. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah,
But
man. I hate that he on the East.
oh yeah, you see what's behind me. You see what's behind me. You see what's behind. You know what game is this week.
That big blue, baby.
Yeah, Oh, did you see the so if no one didn't get what happened last night, y'all know who the head coach of the Chargers is. So what he do is had them wear the amazing blue and yellow, right? You know he got two Ohio State players on his team.
Oh
So
yeah, he going crazy on them. J.K. Dobbins and who else?
Bosa, Joey Bosa.
And Bosa.
That was crazy. Like that. If no one caught that, then it is what it is. So, bro, we gonna just go get started because I know I don't got that much time with you. But we always start with Thursday night football, and
Who's playing this Thursday? Oh, we got 3 games on Thursday because it's Thanksgiving.
yeah, but we're gonna talk about this last
Oh,
Thursday.
last Thursday, yeah. For some reason, I knew that was coming.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that snowstorm coming, but I knew they was gonna lose that one. For
Bro,
some
no, I don't
reason,
think
they
no one.
always lose to them at least once a year.
If not, and always at Cleveland, and
It's,
and
it's disgusting.
the thing is, yeah, I kind of knew they was gonna lose when Garrett plays like defensive player of the year in the
Man,
first half.
Garrett was busting their ass, and he told them he was gonna bust their ass. That's the crazy part. Cause
Right,
he told J.J. Watt, "Yo, listen, man, I'm the best DN in the game, and I'm gonna show you."
bro. I was fucking not only gonna say surprised, but it seemed like with Cleveland, period. Like just like they did with the Ravens.
Yep.
That division, they play hard against each other, but it seemed like with Cleveland, they know they got the Ravens, they know they got Cincinnati, they know they got the Steelers. That's when they want to play their best ball
Every time.
every time. And hell,
But
look at
you
Winston.
gotta throw all the divisional stuff. You gotta throw everything out the window when it's a division game.
Oh yeah, that's
Everything go out the window because
that's right,
it don't matter how trash you are. When you play that division, it's something different.
right. So Winston, like I said, Garnett 3 sacks. All he needed was 3 sacks in the first quarter or first half. But you couldn't like say, oh, they just go beat the Steelers. The Steelers was fighting their ass off, but it took the fourth quarter and that snowstorm to come out of nowhere.
Yep.
And
That
Cleveland
shit
held
was
on.
crazy. I ain't know. I mean, I saw it in the forecast, but I didn't know it was gonna do that.
Right. I think it's gonna hit them
That
like
shit
that, but
turned
it did.
into that was a full blown blizzard.
Blizzard. No, I think they said it's supposed to be just flurries, but then all of a sudden,
Oh,
it's a football game.
man, you couldn't see the ball. They was kicking field goals. The ball was just disappearing when it hit the air.
Right, like dog. I mean, the game was like I expected the game to be good, and I expected Cleveland like this was going to be Pittsburgh. What they call it, that bump in the road
Yeah.
game. So now they just a half game ahead
But
of the
if you
Ravens.
but if you look at the games they lost, they pretty much lost to all bad teams. They lost to the Cowboys
Uh,
early in the season. I think they lost to the Chargers, but the Chargers ain't exactly a bad team.
did they lose the
But
Chargers?
I think they lost to the Chargers when they played the Chargers because that's when they still had Fields at quarterback.
Mm, mm, yeah. So I mean, I think that this Russ first loss of the
Yep.
season. So, but I ain't gonna. I still gonna say there's right now they're still a playoff team, but that's
Oh
it.
yeah, they're gonna make the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
But they schedule crazy tonight because they only play their division for like the rest of the season almost.
Almost, yeah.
They get the Bengals. I think have they played the? I think they get the Bengals twice. They get the Ravens again. They get the Browns again.
Yep.
And there's one more in there that I'm forgetting who they play. But yeah, they get their division for like at least 5 of the next 6.
And that's gonna be tough too because you're facing the Ravens in Baltimore.
Yep.
You said they got Cincinnati.
They got Cincy twice. Cincy ain't trash. They just I don't know what it is with them. Cause imagine if they was a better team, Joe Burrow would win MVP.
Bro, I think you wrote that down. I agree with that shit. Like, yo, he got MVP numbers.
Bro, he's been throwing for damn near 400 a game. 4 touchdowns, 400. He's been smoking everybody. But his defense ain't stopping nobody, and it's just crazy. I don't understand how he losing.
They snaked it.
But him and Chase been killing everybody.
Yeah.
And
Chase is top three in every stat.
And now Higgins is healthy, and he out there putting up 140.
I don't know. We'll get to them in a minute, but let's get to last Sunday, or this crazy ass Sunday that passed. And the first game, bro. Let's get it out the way.
Yo, so
go ahead. See what you guys say, because I got a lot to say.
They have the Saquon curse. They ain't gonna be good till they make what they did to Saquon right, and there's no way for them to fix that. There's no way to fix that. I mean, they did him filthy, and he's been nothing but a company man.
Bro, his dude wanted to retire.
He was begging. He's from Jersey. He was begging them to stay there. Begging them to stay.
And I'm saying this right now. I'm a Giant fan, and all Giant fans, I need y'all to hear this out. Hear me out. If you're a true fan, do not come on any group with everything y'all got saying, try to defend this season.
At all.
Cannot defend this season. And another thing, that front office should be a goddamn shame for the past.
Bro, they paid Danny Jones and told Saquon he can explore his options. They did that whole thing backwards. You should have paid Saquon and franchised Daniel Jones. Then Daniel Jones would have showed you who he really was again and again. And then you let him go and find somebody else, because the numbers he put up, you could have did that with a backup.
It was pedestrian at best, and then I thought by first benching him, it was before he was benching. Then he asked for a release. Y'all thought
they had him playing safety in practice. That's why he asked for a release.
I ain't know about that.
They had him playing scout safety in practice. He said, "Nah, this ain't it, bro. I'm out of here. Y'all got to do me better than this." They had that man playing safety. Bro, they would never do that to nobody else. They had that man playing safety.
I don't understand what's going on. And the fucked up part is now y'all just playing for draft picks. And on the other
But that's a good thing though, because I mean they don't have a championship roster right now. So you trying to make the playoffs with the roster you have constructed wasn't making sense anyway. So tank the rest of the season, get the number 2 or the number 3 pick or the number 1 pick or whatever, and go get whatever you feel like you need. The only problem is the best quarterbacks coming out of the draft are both black, and the Giants in their entire history of existence have never drafted a black quarterback. And I don't see it changing. Because even when they took Daniel Jones, he wasn't the best quarterback available at the time in terms of what he was doing in college. There was 2 other quarterbacks, but he was the white quarterback that was available, and they stick to their guns on that one. They not drafting no black quarterback. I don't know why, but that's their thing. That's what they do. They don't draft black. I don't know why, but that's what they own.
Don't remind me of that damn draft. I was in Jersey when that shit happened, and
but nobody got a good quarterback out of that entire draft. I don't think none of them quarterbacks are playing good. That was I think they call that the COVID draft. Nobody that came out of that draft is doing nothing.
Wasn't Burrow part of that draft?
No, hell no.
Oh no, he wasn't.
Hell no.
I don't think he was. But then again, he did get hurt his rookie season. So
It was him. I think was Justin Fields that draft. Justin Fields was that draft. Daniel
Hankins,
Jones, Trey Lance. Um,
yeah.
what's the kid? Haskins, the one
Ha-
that
Ha-
died.
Haskins.
Haskins.
That's the one who wanted to come to the Giants.
He
He
was
wanted to.
supposed. Everybody thought that's who they was taking, but you know that dumbass Gettleman. He's just something just wrong with that dude, bro. I don't know
Uh,
what he was smoking.
the New York.
He wanted to get rid of all the good players that was making money.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. The front office haven't been straight since 2014.
Hey, yo, this new dude tripping.
Uh,
I first of all, this is my big problem with the whole hard knock life thing. When you go on hard knocks, you tell them what they can put out and what they can't. So you okayed them to put that bullshit out with you telling Saquon that, oh, and the owner coming in the office saying he's not gonna sleep well if he goes to Philly. Y'all okayed that dumb shit.
yes, they did.
Like you should have shut that shit down. Now y'all can't play that.
I
Hell
don't.
no, you can't play that part.
I don't know what they thought was gonna come out of that by letting that air out.
They
It made
thought
y'all look even more stupid than we
nah,
already know.
what they was hoping was they was hoping he would go somewhere and not be good or maybe get hurt. That's what they was hoping. Because then they could say, see, like look at the boy J.K. Dobbins from the Chargers. He left the Ravens. They played the Ravens last night. He's hurt again. Hurt his knee last night. Hopefully it's not career season ending, but he got hurt again.
Right.
So all the Ravens fans were like, yeah, that's exactly why we didn't re-sign him. So they was hoping Saquon was going to be banged up or not have a good year. Like, look at the dumbass contract they gave him last year, his last year. He had to make a certain amount of touchdowns. The team had to actually make the playoffs and win a playoff game. Like all types of shit for him to get paid, but it's all types of shit that he don't control. Like how he control what if the team gonna make the playoffs or not? Like that's crazy.
I don't understand. I don't understand it. But on the flip side, I gotta give respect to the other team, the Bucks. They staying in it.
The Bucks are gonna be a tough out in the playoffs, and if you think about it, who are the top teams in the NFC right now?
We got Detroit
And the Eagles.
and Eagles.
I'd say those are the top two teams. The
Right.
Bucks beat both the motherfuckers.
Mm.
The Bucks beat both of them this year.
That's right. The 1-10-1 is the Bucks.
The Bucks beat both of them this year.
Mm.
That's another person that's balling out. Baker is killing them. He's number 3. I think he's number 3 in touchdown passes this year, behind Burrow and Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Baker is balling.
This is the Baker Mayfield that I knew in Oklahoma.
But Baker was just never in a system where he was comfortable. 90% of NFL players, their success comes from the system. You got that 10% that's just completely elite, and it don't matter where they go, they're gonna ball out. And then 90% of these players, they're gonna be successful because of the system they're in. You know what I mean? Look, prime example, Namdi Asamoah. He was a shutdown corner when he was on the Raiders because that defense fit his strong suits.
Right.
He went to the Eagles and got burnt every play.
Every game.
Every play. So you went from all pro, nobody shut down corner on an island by yourself to can't stop nothing. Because the systems most of the time make the player great rather than the player making the system great.
Right.
But yeah, the Bucks beat both the top 2 teams in the NFC, and they knocked the Eagles out the playoffs last year. So these teams going into the playoffs, they need to be worried about the Bucks because they're starting to get healthy again. The only thing they're gonna be missing is Godwin, but you got Evans back healthy, and you're starting to get the ball to other players, and their run game's been on point.
Tank. What's his name? Tank Bigsby?
Bigsby. No. Irvin. Bucky Irvin.
Bucky Irvin.
He's on the Jags. Bigsby's on the Jags.
That motherfucker, yo, he came out of nowhere.
And he's a rookie out of I think he's out of Oregon, if I'm not mistaken. But he's been balling.
Yeah. So keep an eye, and usually the team with the most momentum going to the playoffs
Yep.
is the most dangerous team that's in the playoffs. So
And if you keep it funky, the NFC South is trash. I don't care what nobody say about Kirk Cousins being on Atlanta. That don't mean shit. They have no defense.
I was about to say shit right this year, right now. Like Atlanta, Atlanta being on top of that division is not something to say what you do about. But
That's
we're
what
gonna
I'm
get to know.
saying. They are. I think Bucks can turn around and win that division.
Yeah, yeah, they can. They can.
The way Atlanta just got smoked by the Browns, I mean by the Broncos, they could turn around and win that division.
I was like, oh god. Speaking of 10-1, uh, speaking of 10-1, we got the Lions in Indianapolis, 26-6.
The Lions have been destroying all bad teams. If you put a bad team in front of them, this is why I was having a debate about the Lions and Eagles on who's better between the two. If you look at the wins, the Eagles, the last 7 games have only played one team above 500, and they won all 7. You're supposed to, but I'm not giving you no cookies for that. The Lions have beat good teams on their run. They beat the Vikings when the Vikings was undefeated.
Right.
They beat the Texans when the Texans was like 5-2. They beat the Packers. Like they got quality wins on their resume this year. The Eagles don't have no quality wins.
But like you just said, it's not they supposed to do what they're supposed to do. It's not their
Exactly.
fault. They ain't make the schedule.
Exactly.
But at the same time, like once the Eagles face that competition, which is coming soon. It's coming
gonna
soon.
be. They play the Ravens next week. That's gonna be a great
it's coming
measuring
soon.
stick. That's gonna be a great measuring stick when they play the Ravens.
Is it in Baltimore or is it in Philly?
It don't even matter because they so close in proximity.
Yeah,
It's gonna be lit. Yeah.
But Detroit is showing different ways to win, bro. Like you got Golf playing.
I think some of that shit is just the ball bouncing their way more than them actually being good. And I'm not saying that they're not good. I'm saying how many times are you going to get a pick six? How many times are you going to get a kickoff return for a touchdown, a punt return for a touchdown? Because if you look at Golf's numbers during most of those blowout wins, that motherfucker threw for like 85 yards in one of them games. He threw for 115 yards in one of them games. Like he's not the catalyst behind it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You're right because I said this. I think I said this last episode about Detroit finding ways to win because in number wise, anybody that throws 5 interceptions is not winning that game.
Exactly.
Right?
But that's what I'm saying. That's another game. The ball bounced their way.
Right.
Houston, the Texans scored 23 points in the first half, and in the second half, they didn't score not 1 point.
Not 1 point.
Detroit's defense is not good. Their secondary is young, and their secondary is not that good. And their best linebacker just got hurt and broke his arm. He's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. They don't have Hutchinson.
Right.
And the guy they got from the Browns that they traded for, he just got hurt. You know what I mean? So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he just got hurt. I don't know how bad the injury was, but he just got hurt.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So their defense is banged up.
So to me is once someone figured that out, because it seems like they don't have a chance to figure it out because their offense to me, luckily for them, they got 2 running backs that, all right, let's say they game plan for one, but they don't have enough power for the other. Like you got Montgomery, who is just ping pong. I'm coming to get some contact, and then like go between the tackles, and then you got Gibbs that can go around that corner. I mean, not to say he can't go between tackles, but most of his yards is past the tackle.
Yeah.
Right? So you got that. And I think that's why Golf, when he do have those good games, is because the running game, both, what they call them, Sonic and Knuckles.
As you really look at the way their offense is composed, if you take St. Brown away, they don't really have anyone else to throw to. Jameson Williams, he's hit or miss. And then that's it. Like, what other receivers do they have? Tim Patrick ain't doing nothing. The other guy, he don't do nothing. So if you stop St. Brown, Laporta, he hasn't looked the way he looked last year.
Mm-hmm.
When he was a rookie, he killed it. Right now, he ain't doing shit. 'Cause I got him on my fantasy team. And he ain't doing nothing. He had one good game, and that was on the national tight end day. But
That,
that was it.
that's because I told people this shit. It's rookie season. Motherfuckers don't know who you are, but when they find out who the
Exactly.
hell you are, they know how to game plan. Especially if you're just doing the same shit. Same with him. I think last year he only pretty much had 3 routes.
Yeah.
So if you take those 3 routes out, what you got?
And he was killing them in the red zone. He ain't doing none of that this
None of
year.
that. None of that.
But
So
golf ain't doing nothing in the red zone either. Everything gets through Gibbs and Montgomery. You take them two out the game, that game is over.
well,
Because that game against the Texans, they wasn't doing nothing, and that's why he threw them 5 picks.
I still know how Houston let that shit go. But we
Houston
gonna get
pissed
to this
me
game.
off.
This game.
Houston pissed me off with that one.
I know. I read your stat.
I don't know
Well,
what.
this game right here, if any y'all, I'm not good with the fantasy shit, but this shit right here in the fourth
Bro.
quarter.
How the fuck do you go from 13-9 with 6 minutes left in the game to 34-26? How is that physically possible?
It remind me. I don't know if you remember that game a couple years ago with Baltimore and the Vikings. How they scored like 28 points in the last 3 minutes.
Bro, it was 13-9 with 6 minutes left. How did you end up 34-26?
I swear, I think someone just had a fucking button.
They pressed the button. It was Vegas. They just pressed the button and it just shot. It just don't play no defense. Don't block nobody on them kickoffs. Just let them go.
Yeah, like the all right. So the first kickoff return, Turpin, like he muffed it, then he grabbed it, and he did one. He like a silly ass spin, like
And
someone
did a
pushed the damn
spin
button.
with nobody there. He just
Nobody
spun on
there.
his own.
And he found a gap on that spin, gone. Like he already fast as shit. And then the second one was an onside kick, which I thought this was like college rules. You can't return it.
Oh no, you can advance on onside in the NFL.
Right. And I was surprised.
And that nigga took off because this is his only chance to score a touchdown in his life. He took off because he's supposed to just fall down and let the clock run out so he can take a knee. That nigga took off. They went to the sideline. Coach tried to say something. That nigga said, "Get the fuck out of here. I got my touchdown. I don't know what you talking about."
Like, shit, give me this ball. I'm keeping this shit. This mine.
Yeah, he know he ain't never going to be on the field again except for special
not on
teams.
return.
That was his turn. That
So,
was his chance.
I mean, let's keep real. Let's keep real. It's not going to salvage the Cowboys season, but let's talk about for Washington though. Like this they lost back to back.
Yep.
And
but they don't want him.
I hate to say, and I'm not gonna doubt him because I'm still a fan of his. Jaden Daniel.
Yeah, I'm a big Jaden fan.
I'm a fan of his. I liked him at LSU. So I don't think this hurt his chances to be offensive player or rookie of the year.
I mean, if you look at the numbers, him and it's between him and
Bo.
Him and Bo Nix, but his numbers are better than Bo Nix. He has a better QBR. He has a better passer rating. The only thing, and they're I think they're tied for touchdown passes right now, and he has way more rushing yards. Like they're not the same quarterback. And then with Bo Nix is getting scheme. They're putting in a great scheme for Bo Nix to be successful. Jaden is just naturally successful. He's naturally athletic. He naturally has that arm. He naturally has that accuracy. They don't have to make a special play for him to do that. He does that automatically because he's different.
I said this earlier, like week 1, week 2, when he gets like they gave him the basic playbook. He surpassed that in week 2.
Yep.
Now he knows how to audible. He know what play to audible. He know what to change the route. This dude know the playbook. He's gonna be dangerous, bro.
You
for the
know,
next couple of years.
when I started to believe that the Redskins Commanders was gonna be different this year,
Redskins.
when they got Adam Peters, from the 49ers, because he was instrumental in the roster that we have now. So when he went over there, I knew he was gonna start doing things. Soon as he got there, what does he do? Bring in Austin Eckler, bring in Chin, bring in I forget the linebacker's name that they got from the Panthers. He brought in Bobby Wagner. He brought in all the right pieces. All the players that he brought in, they're all team guys, and they're all good at their positions.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew the team was going to have a nice turnaround. I was a little skeptical about the O line, but Jaden makes the O line look a little better because he has the scrambling ability.
Right.
But that's the only thing that they didn't fix, and y'all got to be worried about them next year because they got 124 million to spend next year.
Whew.
You know what I mean? And they got all their draft picks. It's not like they had to move up to get Jaden; they was already there. So they got all their draft picks. They got 124 million to spend. I could see a team like that bringing in somebody like T. Higgins and put him on the other side of Scary Terry.
Yeah.
That'll make that offense go crazy. Because you
Yeah.
got Brian Robinson and Eckler at running back. So you got a two-headed monster at running back already.
That seemed like it's the formula going around now. You need two running backs to change the style of change the flow of things. Just in case one way's not going, you got another way. Like Eckler, especially when he was with the Chargers, I used to always say like that dude. You can put him in a screen.
He was getting 20 touchdowns a season.
20 touchdowns a season. So you already like made on your team alone. You already got like 10 touchdowns coming from him because they spread the ball out.
He is a baller.
Yeah. But this game right here, though.
But the Cowboys are fucking retarded. I'm not sure what was in their heads, why they wanted to win that game so bad, but that was just dumb.
It's rivalry. Come on, man.
I don't give a shit about no rivalry. If you suck, just keep sucking. Stop trying to win games you ain't supposed to win so you can get a better draft pick. You ain't doing nothing for your future by winning that one game against the Commanders.
I don't know. I guess people. Well, I'm gonna say people. I'm gonna say Cowboy fans still think they got a chance, but
they don't. What? Now they got a chance at the number 6 pick instead of the number 2 pick. They dumb as shit.
I don't know. When the last time the Cowboys had a top 3 pick?
Ezekiel Elliott.
Ooh. He's done. So
Ezekiel's the last one.
He's done. Next game. This upset?
I don't understand how. I know Vegas pushed the button on this one. Titans are not as good as Houston. For some reason, Houston just kept turning the ball over and doing dumb shit.
Then their defense disappeared. Like
their defense disappeared, which was amazing the last 2 games. I don't even understand that. But they lost their safety Petrie to an injury, and he's definitely a big part of that defense. That was one problem. The second problem, why wasn't the Texans running the ball? Because at one point, Mixon's been killing it since he got to the Texans.
Right.
At one point, I looked and he had nine carries for 15 yards. Like, what are y'all doing?
This is my problem with the NFL right here. Right, what you just said. He get 9 carries for 15, and y'all just run away from the running game.
Yep.
And Mixon, like you said, Mixon's been killing it this season. If one thing I say was missing the Bengals is Mixon.
Well, They got Chris Brown, but Chris Brown isn't Mixon. Chris Brown is a change of pace back. He's not that pounded pounded up the middle back.
Exactly.
Mixon can do both. He can pound up the middle and he can run away from you.
Exactly. So I don't know what was going on in Houston. And now that you mentioned that safety was on, that kind of answered my question: how that damn tight end got that 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah,
he's not that damn fast.
Petrie wasn't in the game, and Petrie be balling. He makes that defense go.
So now the question is, what's next for Houston? Because that's a back-to-back loss for them too.
They need to have a meeting. They need to pull out. No, they won last week because they beat the Cowboys.
Oh yeah. So they lost 2 out of 3 games.
2 out of the last 3.
2 out of the last 3 games.
But they just need to focus on winning their division, and they can get in.
I mean,
But
they got it.
they're gonna have to do something because one week the defense is amazing, the next week the defense suck. One week the pass game is amazing, next week the pass game suck. One week you running the ball, the next week you not. Like they need to get consistency.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
The Titans are just all of a sudden their quarterback can play. Like get the fuck
Get
out.
out of here.
Stop this shit. If you wanted to fuck everybody's ticket up, Vegas, just say that
I swear, man.
because
That was
that's corny. This
Levi is not that good. I
been
don't care.
throwing picks every game. Now all of a sudden he's 24 for 28. Like, get out of here, man.
Uh,
Stop it.
Stop the bullshit.
And he's on the road against a division opponent, and all of a sudden he's the best quarterback since Joe Montana. Nah, man. Stop
Stop.
that shit.
Stop.
Stop that shit.
This game, bro.
I don't know what's going on with the Chiefs, man. There's no way the Panthers should have scored 27 points on anybody,
There's no
let
way it
alone
should
the
have been
Chiefs.
overtime.
Let alone the Chiefs. I don't care what's going on in life. I don't care if your kid was sick, your dog ate your homework. There's no reason the Panthers should score 27 points on anybody.
Bro, I got to say, it's no reason why this game should have went to overtime.
Oh, that game was just disgusting. That should have been, and it's crazy because if you pay attention, most of the games that have like a 10.5 spread or something like that, when them super high spreads, them teams don't cover this year. The only team that's been covering is the Lions. But the Chiefs, in all fairness, the Chiefs haven't covered a spread all year.
The Chiefs find a way to win.
They find a way to win, but they haven't covered the spread all year, which is crazy.
No.
And you got Hopkins, you got Kelsey, you got supposedly the number one defense or top defense, I should
Top
say.
defense, I don't know.
But that's just crazy. But I will say Mahomes has been playing better since Hopkins been there, but the team as a whole hasn't. Because I got Mahomes on fantasy too, and he was thinking it up for like the first 7 or 8 games. And now all of a sudden he's throwing for 302 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns a game. But before that,
I'll give a little more credit to I gotta give credit to Hunt too.
oh, Hunt, I couldn't understand why Hunt was a free agent. I thought the Cowboys would have been smart enough to sign him because he's always been a starter. I don't understand why he was a free agent to begin with. That was insane to me.
The fact that you said the Cowboys smart enough to get a running back and they let Derrick Henry out their sights, who was in their backyard, is still.
Yeah, but even after that, Kareem Hunt was sitting there, and what do? Go sign Dalvin Cook and Ezekiel Elliott.
My thing is, and I went and I told people this shit. I know we just got off of them, but that line ain't the same line.
That line trash.
Right. We talking about Cowboys who gave the formula how to have a good line of how to get some beefy men up there, get a wall. They don't have that. They don't have that. But for Hunt,
they thought it would be cute to start 2 rookies on the offensive line. That shit ain't cute. Them niggas is trash. BB and the other guy, they getting smoked.
They need to be in the weight room and go to a damn buffet.
But they rookies. They rookies. Yeah, and the Panthers, I don't know what the Panthers is trying and fighting for. You need to be getting a top draft pick too.
Bro, and the thing is now, what do you think the Panthers missing? Because
everything. They need a new quarterback. And I'm not saying he can't play. I'm saying he's not good for that system. So I would either change the coordinator or I would send him to another team. Because send him to a team like the Rams where he could sit behind Stafford or something like that where he can learn and then insert him because he has the skill set to play. It's just that's a horrible team for any quarterback to go to that's not a veteran.
Wow. I mean,
they do not develop quarterbacks at all.
That's my problem with the NFL. Another problem with NFL. That you draft these kids out of college and you expect them to change your franchise like that. You might get lucky. You definitely won't though. And now come on, man. Me and you the same. You know how it used to be. You go behind the quarterback and you go learn. You go develop.
Even Mahomes sat.
Yes, Mahomes sat. I mean, and look, we got a 3-time Super Bowl champion out of that. He sat behind Alex Smith.
Aaron Rodgers sat. most of the Tom Brady sat like
Tom Brady
these
sat.
players, but that's the problem because you get that 1 out of 100 quarterbacks that comes out and balls, and now they expect every quarterback to do that. But
Mhm.
they not in the same system. They don't have the same coaching. They don't have the same players. They don't have the same anything. So you expecting him to do what somebody else did in a total different situation. And people like they really started doing this shit when Andrew Luck came out. Him and RG3. RG3
Oh.
RG3 was the rookie of the year. Andrew Luck was out there killing it. You know
Mm,
what I mean? So that's what because Andrew Luck took a team that was 0-16 to the playoffs in his first year.
mhm.
So they're looking at that
They both
model
did.
and thinking that that model is going to work for every team, and it's not.
No, I mean, I,
Somebody, that kid Bryce Young, he needs to be sitting behind somebody. And you see, he's been playing better since he sat behind Andy Dalton and got to watch instead of just thrown in the fire.
right, right. 'Cause he sees it now. Like, listen, okay, how I was doing. Like I said, most of this class, this rookie class. I said this. I'm gonna say it again. Once they get that playbook, and once they learn it, and they learn that this is not college, like another quarterback we gonna get to, that you can't hold that ball for past 3 seconds.
Oh, I already know you talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. So it's just it's they just need time to develop these
I feel
quarterbacks.
sorry. I feel sorry for him too. He came into a unique situation where they built the team before he got there and thought that okay, we just all we need is a quarterback. We're gonna insert him, but they're forgetting that he's still a rookie. He
Mm,
has rookie growing pains. He has to go through the rookie shit.
yeah, yeah. Yes, he do. We gonna talk more about him. What about this one right here? This
Taylor,
game.
that kid Drake May is playing better than I thought he would play. I watched him in North Carolina and I wasn't a fan.
Okay.
But he's definitely playing better than I thought he would play in the NFL with nothing around him.
Keyword. Yeah, he
He
don't.
has nothing
I
around
don't know. I don't know who his receivers is. I just learned who his
him.
running back is.
Um, Miami, Miami might make the playoffs. They might not. I think they 5-6 right now, and it's possible for them to make the playoffs. But make the playoffs for what? You gonna
Toulouse.
get you? They one and done every time.
I want to say Toulouse.
Yeah, they
This time
make
I
the
was there.
playoffs and get smoked.
But what one thing I am going to say, and you see it, they are a totally different team without Tua.
Oh
Because
yeah,
this we didn't see
but
this.
that's their fault because they don't have a backup. It's not that they're a totally different team without Tua. They're a totally different team if they don't have a quarterback. Them niggas that they got on the bench is horrible. If they had a quality backup, they'd be fine. They
Mm,
just don't have a quality backup because their offense is the same as the 49ers offense. It's the exact same offense. Everything is about getting the ball into your playmakers' hands fast and let them make a play.
right,
So
right,
Tua don't be airing it out and throwing for 50-yard bombs. He throw a 5-yard pass and they take it to the house. So he throw a because the way the offense is designed is stacked. You got a guy coming underneath for 5 yards. You got a guy going 10 yards behind him, and you got a guy going 20 yards. So whichever one of them is open, you hit them with the ball and they go crazy after they
right.
catch it.
I
Like
mean,
shit, Tyreek Hill ain't did shit this year.
nada. I think he got only three touchdowns.
He ain't do shit this
You
year.
know, I
I
think
think right now they said he got a wrist injury, but he ain't doing nothing.
when Waddle is in and out.
Waddle had one good game. Yeah, one good game. Jonnu Smith is coming on in that offense finally. A Shane is a beast. As long as he can stay healthy, he's a monster. He done took most of his job.
Which I'm shocked at that because I was like, where the fuck most
Nah,
of that? I said that.
A Shane is a problem. He's mostly on crack.
Ooh,
Oh, because and it's crazy because they shouldn't have no days off because they got another kid. I think it's Jalen Wright, and he's behind them. All three of these niggas run a 4.3 or better.
oh
All
damn,
three of them run a 4.3.
that whole team is on speed.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody, Waddle, Hill, Wright, Mostert, A. Shane, everybody runs a 4.3. They should
Man,
never get caught. I don't understand why they not better than they are. But their defense ain't like that either.
Oh
Their
well,
defense is okay, but they not like that.
yeah, I'm. I mean, they was facing the Patriots, so they look kind of
Yeah,
good.
they look decent against the Patriots, but you
Right.
let them play. They played Buffalo. Buffalo's in their ass.
True that. True that. Next game we got is another game that was crazy in the fourth quarter, and we was just talking about him. Williams. I'm sorry, the past 3 weeks he's been
He's look better.
look better in the pocket. And now he's using his damn brain in his head, and so like, listen, he knows that when the pocket is closing, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
Like he's going. He looked. That's like this. He looked like Heisman Williams sometimes.
yeah.
He looked right. So now and he's doing a smart decision. You know you got DJ Moore. Give him the damn ball.
I think the Vikings are fool's gold. First of all, how do you have Justin Jefferson on your team and he had 7 yards? He had one catch for 7 yards until the fourth quarter.
He only had 2 catches.
Yeah, and one of them was in the fourth quarter. How do you have the best receiver in the NFL on your team and you only get him the ball one time?
Don't
That's
don't
like the Giants. That's like the Giants not giving neighbors the ball. You should be feeding neighbors the ball.
you should be with all these receivers, all these top receivers, these athletic receivers. I don't give a fuck. You find a way to get them the ball. You
Every
find a way. This dude. I never will forget the play when this dude caught a one hand catch over 3 people. If he could catch one hand catch over three, you find a way to get him the ball. Like I honestly, like, dude, he's making you as the quarterback look good.
yep.
Like, come on, man. This Sam Donald. We never. I don't know how many. He don't have no Pro Bowls under his belt.
Now
None of that.
that's a good question though. What's going to happen with Sam Darnold? Because he's a free agent after this year, and he's showing them that he can be a solid starter. What's going to happen with him next year?
Depending on how he finished the season, I think what we just talked about.
He's
If
going to end up on the Giants. They're going to bring him in to start, and they're going to draft the backup. They're going to draft the next starter and let him stay there for a year until the starter is ready to play.
I mean, hey, that might work. It worked in the past. It worked in the
Well,
past.
right. If my young boy didn't get hurt, Darnold wouldn't be starting. If
Man,
boy didn't get hurt, McCarthy was about to
I
ball.
keep on, like, that's how good he's playing so far, Donald. Because
Yeah,
I keep on forgetting McCarty was supposed to be starting, and he got hurt in the preseason. This is why I hate the preseason, by the way. But he got, but we didn't see this coming though.
yo, DJ Moore needs to chill because DJ Moore be making Williams look bad, bro. DJ Moore, his body language is horrible when Williams miss a throw or Williams don't see him when he wide open.
It's a weekly meme though. It's
He,
a
he is horrible. He a horrible team.
that's good.
I'd
He's a
get
prima
rid of
donna.
him and I'd get rid of Parsons. They are horrible teammates.
He's a prima donna, bro. He wants that ball.
Oh, most of the receivers are, but bro, he walked off the field during a play.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. Never forget
walked
that.
off the field during a play and
I'll
go.
never forget that.
Never seen no shit like that. Look at these two bums.
ah,
Actually,
but
we lost to both of these trash teams.
they with the Seahawks winning, it kind of kept that division.
It's disgusting.
Like,
Bro,
everybody got a chance in
we
that
have
division,
swept that division for so many years. I can't believe we lost to them bums.
especially the Cardinals. I ain't see that
Bro,
coming.
he was up by 14 and Shanahan just wouldn't run the ball.
Are we talking about the
Fourth
game
quarter
against the Cardinals last week?
the Cardinals when the Niners played the Cardinals, we
Oh
was
yeah.
14 and wouldn't run the ball in the fourth quarter. It was the dumbest shit I ever seen. But yeah,
Oh,
yeah, the Cardinals are another fool's gold team. They win some game and the media is so disgusting because when they win, they hop on their dick. Oh my God, the Cardinals look so good. Their defense is playing great. Their
mm-hmm,
defense is trash.
mm.
Absolute hot garbage. Seattle defense is playing a little bit better now. I thought they would have been better than they are, but their defense ain't that good either because we be airing their ass out. They
They,
because I thought their head coach was gonna come in and change that defense.
they should. They should. First of all, and you, of course, you gonna agree with me, but it's a fucking fact. They shouldn't have won that game last week. That's one. And this game right here, they escaped this game. This
When
game is
Niners
ugly.
when the Niners played them last week, we had a lead with 3 minutes left. Shanahan decides to throw the fucking ball instead of running the ball with 3 minutes left. I've never seen something so dumb. Like run the ball, make them use their timeouts, run this shit down to the 2 minute warning. He ran the ball on first down. It made it. They lost 1 yard, and then he just threw the ball from there. Let them save all their timeouts. Didn't run no time off the clock. It was just the dumbest coaching decisions I've ever seen.
Let's go, Miami. We already talked about them, so we gonna bring it up no more. Yeah. But this game, like, I think, was it week 18? That's the last week. Week 18, we're gonna find out who's.
I think if Seattle had a better quarterback, Geno is doing numbers this year, but I think he could be doing. If they had a better quarterback, I think it would be different because they got too many weapons. You got Lockett, Smith and Jigba, Metcalf, running back, Noah Fant at tight end. They should be a way better team than they are.
On the offense, definitely on the offensive side.
I like the Broncos right now. I like the way they playing. That defense is playing great. Bo Nix is staying within the system.
Yeah.
They doing all right. They doing some things over there. They
Um,
gonna be. He fits perfect with what they trying to do. And he fits perfect for that system.
And you know what? Like, I know we especially what I've been watching, people was getting on Sean Payton
Yeah,
for the shit last year, him and Russ right now, but dude, he got something there for Bo Nix. Bo Nix look. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bo Nix was in college what 5 years, whole 5 years,
yeah,
6 years.
for a minute because he sucked at Auburn, and then he revamped himself and got busy for Oregon.
Right, right.
He sucked at Auburn. Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's crazy. And it's crazy because his father went to Auburn and played quarterback there and was good there. So he was supposed to go there and do the family thing and all that. Man, he's trash. They
man.
got him up out of there. He went to Oregon and lit it up. Had a bunch of shootout games.
Like I was saying, you know how Oregon plays. They fast and furious and shit.
Exactly. And
This
great.
guy right here
They,
and is it Sutton?
yeah, Cortland Sutton, balling.
Yeah, he's balling.
But he was always good.
Who was the wide receiver that Steve Smith called out? Was it?
Jerry Judy. And
I
now
ain't hear much.
on the Browns.
No, he's on the Broncos, ain't he?
Nah, he on the Browns.
Oh
Judy.
well, he definitely ain't doing nothing then.
No, actually, the last 3 games he's been their best receiver.
Get the fuck out of
Ever since they traded Amari Cooper, he been snapping. I think 2 weeks ago he had like 140 yards.
Oh well, he's okay. I
Yeah,
never heard his name though.
now
So
Watson is out. He had like 140 yards before last.
okay, good for it. You know,
Before
I,
last.
I I would say right now, I did not think the Raiders was going to be at least
Man, they ain't
this
no
close.
about. They are horrible. They have no run game. But in their defense, both their starting corners was out. Like two of they now the one bright spot for them that you can say is Brock Bowers.
Mm,
I understand why they would draft a tight end that high, but he's been the whole offense.
yeah,
Whole
I
offense.
mean, what you think? What you think will be the outcome for Antonio Pierce? They gonna let him go, or he's
You know, black coaches don't get as much leeway as white coaches do. He's
right?
not gonna get that much leeway. He's if he don't do something, he out of there.
I think yeah,
But
he's definitely on the hot seat though.
but look what they did to him. You got rid of Devontae Adams, who was your best offensive weapon. You know what I mean? So I love Myers. Myers balls. I love Myers when he was on New England. Jacoby Myers can play.
Mm.
But then what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause I don't know. When it
Myers,
comes to the Raiders, I don't know. I had to look at their running back. Like, who the fuck is
they
who the
got
fuck is this?
Madison is trash. They got Zaire White. Because remember, Madison was a third string running back on the Vikings a few years ago, and then out of nowhere they picked him up. I mean, he's
Mm,
averaging like 80 yards a game, but that ain't shit for a running back.
no,
You know what I
right.
mean?
80 yards a game. What you doing the receiving end?
He's a good receiver. That's the one thing I'll give him credit for. He's a good receiver, but he ain't no running back. He's a change of pace back you bring in on third down when you pass.
Third down back. Gotcha.
He's
There we
this
go.
this shit right here. Fucking Niners suck, and it's not that they suck because of talent. They're
Injury.
they're banged up. That game, that 38-10, it wasn't that. First of all, they missed Greenlaw. They missed Greenlaw a lot because they missed Greenlaw and Hargrave. Hargrave and Greenlaw would have helped them in the run game. Teams are running on them. Teams never did that before. You fired Steve Wilkes when we had the number 3 defense and hired this Sorensen guy, and now we got the number 20 defense. That's kind of like the Jets firing Salah, and they had the number 2 defense, and now their defense is trash. Yeah, I
Exactly.
mean, you're getting rid of dudes that are good at their job and bringing in somebody that don't know what they're doing.
Let's
Uh,
change the whole.
the-
Literally change the whole fucking aura of the damn locker room.
yeah,
Right.
but the Niners are fucking up because of Shanahan. It ain't got nothing to fuck the injuries. Fuck everything else is all Shanahan's fault right now. The game against the Rams, they was up 10 in the fourth quarter. He was throwing the ball. The game against the Cardinals, they up 14 in the fourth quarter. He was throwing the ball. The game against Seattle, they up 4 and with 3 minutes left. He was throwing the ball. And then the defense, you see that they're not playing at the level that they have played in the past. So why keep putting them in positions where they can fuck up?
Right.
This game on Sunday against the Packers, why the fuck are you starting Allen with his bum ass when you got Josh Dobbs on the bench, who's a way better quarterback, and then you're missing Trent Williams, so you know your line is compromised. Why not put a quarterback in there that could run rather than a quarterback that's a statue?
Oh.
That makes no sense. You got Josh Dobbs on the bench, who's a way better athlete, way better quarterback than Allen, and you put Allen in the game. And
See
what does
that
he do? And
you,
Allen
you,
goes in there and fucks it up.
you kind of sound like me with this damn Tommy DeVito thing, and I got
Well,
Drew
no,
Lock.
you put Tommy DeVito in because first of all, you put him in because you still want the fans to come, and he's a fan favorite
Yeah,
because
but
of them few games that he played. That's the one reason you put Tommy DeVito in. You don't, and you know that he's not going to win any games, and you want to lose. So you put him in so you can reassure that you're going to lose.
I mean, well, okay, because I mean, with Dobbs, like it's like I just said with y'all with the division, y'all still got a chance thanks to the Cardinals losing.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean we're
but
5-6, and the leader of division is 6-5 with 2 games out of
exactly,
first place. They
exactly.
can still win, and they play the Cardinals again. They play the Rams again. They played Seattle already twice. We beat them once. They beat us once. So they beat the Cardinals. They beat the Rams. We got the Bears on the schedule. We got the Lions in the last week of the schedule, but most likely they'll lock up the division and sit everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to take that game serious. And I don't see us beating Buffalo in Buffalo this weekend. It's probably going to be a snow game. The reason I don't see us beating them is because, like I said, Kyle Shanahan, for some reason, this is his worst coaching job ever this season. Bro, you are on the road, missing your left tackle, missing your center with a backup quarterback, and you only ran the ball 11 times?
You
How
got
the fuck does that make sense to you?
you got. I mean, like we said earlier, McCaffrey. He's still like he's.
Yes, but
But
you
you
still
got
have Jordan. You still have Jordan Mason. You still have Garendo. These dudes was balling before McCaffrey came back.
exactly.
Do a running back by committee until you feel like McCaffrey is back to 100% and back to himself. Like he's fucking his whole season up with
It,
bad coaching because the decisions he's making don't make sense to anybody but him. Why are you starting Brandon Allen if you have a mobile quarterback that can throw better than Brandon Allen on the bench? That don't make no sense whatsoever.
The $1 million question.
And Green Bay is overrated than a motherfucker.
With
Oh,
Green Bay, I'm gonna. I said it with Kansas City. I'm gonna say it with them because Jordan Love is not playing that bad, but he's not playing that
yo,
good.
bro, he threw us 4 picks. We just dropped the ball.
I'm saying he's not playing bad, but he's not playing good either. And then you got their saving
He
grace to
didn't do
me is
shit.
Jacobs.
Jordan Love didn't do shit that game. Jacobs ran down our throat for 3 touchdowns, but Jordan Love, they got 3 touchdowns off of turnovers.
Watch this. He could have been playing well if his receivers catch the damn ball.
That too.
Like,
Debo should be ashamed of himself. He gonna fuck around and be a cap casualty next season. He don't stop fucking around.
I'll not forget that play out of my head. He had in his hands behind the secondary, which you don't get that much opportunity behind the 49 secondary to be behind them, and he dropped that pass. I was like, shit.
Wide open.
Wide open. And next game, oh my God, this man. I am still Team Barkley. I don't give a fuck his Eagles jersey because this man showed me why I'm Team Barkley. I've been Team Barkley since he was with Penn State.
Yep.
255 yards on the ground, 47 in the air, 302 yards total. His total yards outplayed the Giants by themselves.
The Rams defense is never going to be the same since Aaron Donald left.
Nah. Yeah.
That would have never happened with Aaron Donald still on the team. But their defense is not good at all since he left. He covered up so much inability with his play that it doesn't make sense.
This dude was playing tackle. He can make the defense.
He wasn't playing tackle. He was playing defense. He didn't play tackle.
I'm just going by his position. Let's go by position.
He made the cornerbacks look good. He made the linebackers look good. He made the other D linemen look good. He played defense.
He was the man. And you see, like when they say what is the definition of most valuable player?
Oh, that's why he kept winning Defensive Player of the Year.
That's the definition of most valuable player. He left, and you see how pedestrian your defense look now.
Yep.
And they, oh God, not just one, but 2 70+ yard runs. And Barkley.
Now the Eagles.
I know. Go ahead.
They be thinking I'm hating on the Eagles. I'm not hating on the Eagles. The Eagles just haven't played anybody good. I mean, they don't make their schedule, so I'm not complaining about that. What I'm saying is Jalen Hurts, when he plays against good teams, he presses and has turnovers. You play like next week. The Ravens are the #1 run defense in the NFL.
Ooh.
If Saquon snaps on them, that's going to be something special. But what happens when Saquon ain't having a good game? And you got to rely on Jalen. Jalen hasn't been the same since that offensive coordinator left and went to the Colts. Ever since he left, Jalen ain't been the same. And this is what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about systems. Jalen needs to be in the right system for him to be successful. He's not a quarterback that's just going to go out there and ball out on his own without the system being perfect. He needs the system to be perfect.
You got a beast in AJ Brown. I don't know about the condition with Smith because he was out.
He's gonna be out a few weeks.
For weeks. So
AJ had that same hamstring early in the season and missed 5 games.
Right. I don't know. Like we'll find out next week. We'll find out like what.
I was trying to tell them like people, oh my God, the new cornerback, he's a beast. He ain't playing.
Granted, he did a good job against Scary Terry. Good job, but
no, they didn't, bro. They threw the ball to Scary Terry twice. I'm forcing it to him all day long.
Yeah.
You only throw to him twice. He can't make a play on the ball when you only throw to him twice. So it's not that the kid shut him down. You just never throw him the ball. If I'm a superstar receiver, I'm giving him a 50-50 ball a bunch of times against anybody.
Do you think do you think quarterbacks, especially today, because we grew up where motherfuckers would throw that shit in a fucking tight ass window. So you think quarterbacks today are scared to do that?
I think quarterbacks today go by whatever dumbass game plan their offensive coordinator comes up with, rather than go out there and play football.
Mm,
You know what I mean? There's no reason you got a stud wide receiver on your team and he only sees the ball 2 times. Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Gary Terry. There's no reason on the planet they shouldn't get at the minimum 10 targets a game. I don't care what the coverage is. I'm throwing it up to him.
oh man! All right.
I don't care what the coverage is. I'm throwing it up to him.
Oh my God. I mean, it's out there. Last night game, Monday Night Football.
I thought the Chargers would have done better, but once they lost J.K. Dobbins, I think things changed for them. They've been getting by on great coaching. You know what I mean? Because they don't have any superstars on either side of the ball.
Mhm.
They have really good coaches.
I mean,
Mike Mentor is a really good defensive coordinator. Harbaugh is an amazing head coach. But when you go into games, you're going against the top. They're gonna beat regular teams. They're
right.
just gonna struggle against the top teams.
The teams that you're going to face in the playoffs, you make the
You
playoffs.
got a nigga named Lad McConkey as your number one option on the offense. What exactly are you doing? You can't. I mean, he's not. I like him. He's a very good route runner. Got great hands, but he's still a rookie.
Hmm.
And he's not a superstar rookie like Odell when he came out, like Neighbors when he came out. Like these guys could change the game as a rookie. He's a solid, I'll get you 75 yards a game and a touchdown. These guys could take over a game.
Right,
He's not a take over the game guy. You got Quentin Johnson. This nigga's dropping passes.
bro. Like
He,
back to back.
he's a disappointment, but he's always been there.
Like
But
back to back.
he came he was that in college. So that's what you should expect from him.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Then you got Joshua Palmer. He's okay, but he's only getting 2 or 3 catches a game.
right,
You know
right.
what I mean? Like you gave away Keenan Allen, you gave away Mike Williams, you gave away Austin Eckler. Like that was your offense.
So, I mean, it's pretty much saying like, you know what? We're gonna see how good Harbaugh is. If he could
Keenan
make y'all have a winning record, then
Keenan
we'll shop around.
but Keenan Allen was their number one option. Why would you take that away from your quarterback? Like that didn't make any sense.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, but
That's what I didn't get. Trading Keenan Allen. I mean, for the Bears it made sense, but not for the Chargers.
was it a trade or was it free agency?
No, they traded him.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy work. Well,
Yeah, they traded him.
on the flip side, the Ravens. Oh wait, I just realized this is the first game this season that Derrick Henry did not score a touchdown.
Yeah.
The in the street, but he still was running hard as usual. But that's other than that, the game was like you said, they started off hot. The Chargers was like it was 10-zip. After that, the Ravens took over. Like
Ravens was going for it on fourth down, getting it every time. Like they was doing what they wanted to do.
yeah, they was bullying the Chargers all game.
Derrick Henry out there stiff arming niggas.
Then they the play. I think the play was like the last touchdown with they expect another running back to do it to him. They expect the Henry to do it, but Hill going for 51 yards like was crazy. So
Yep.
and the defense was not ready. The defense was not set up. They was not
And
communicating.
they
And
have one of the top defenses, but people let these numbers be inflated. They have a top defense because most of the teams they played wasn't scoring. Like they was trash. They played the Saints with a third string quarterback in there and held them to no points. They played the Steelers with Justin Fields, held them to a few field goals. Like most of the teams that they played aren't teams that score a lot. So
mm,
defensive numbers are inflated and it makes them look like they're a way better defense than they are.
right, right.
But
So
they play good against bad teams, and the Ravens, that's going to be their Achilles heel. They have no defense. You went from the number one defense last year to no defense at all this year.
it'd be crazy though. It'd be crazy if they finally get over a certain hump, but they still gonna they not
I
gonna
don't
have that
see,
number
I
one.
don't see it. I don't see them getting over that hump.
But
Yes, your offense is great, but you still have no number one receiver.
nah,
I don't understand. Out
how
of
you
everything you can pick up every year, you always neglect the receiver position.
and y'all have like they used to have some speed receivers for him. I
Yeah,
just so
back when, but they I don't get it with them. I get
it's a mystery, bro. It's a mystery, bro.
Bro, like every year you don't go get him. Zay Flowers is not a number one receiver. He's a solid number two if you want to call him that.
Um,
But Bateman is trash. He barely does anything in any of these games. You barely go into your tight end anymore. That used to be your number. Mark Andrews was your number one receiver. You stop feeding him for some reason.
mhm.
The likely kid is cool, but he disappears too much. Like y'all, I don't know why they don't just go just get a top receiver.
I don't know. I think they want to be that Russian team first, but like you said, the Russian
Like at one
you
point
got that
could
run.
have got Antonio Brown. But the run makes the pass so much easier.
Right. So you
When
but
you run the ball like that, they
if you
haven't
stop
had a number one receiver since Anquan Bolden.
that's what I'm saying. If you but once you if they stop that run, you don't have no security
That's
blanket.
why they lose to the Steelers. The Steelers have the formula to keep Lamar contained.
Mm,
They can't do nothing with the Steelers because they got the formula to keep him contained. Once they keep him contained, it's over.
there it is. There it is. Let's get to these. All right, bro. We're gonna get to the standings right now. This NFC, as you see, the East, the Eagles number one, the North, Detroit, the South, Atlanta. But you see how that division is. Then you go to the West, see how that division. Everybody's like a game behind, so it's
So I'm
out,
telling you, I
out
think
open.
Bay is gonna win that division.
Huh?
I think Tampa Bay is gonna win that division because
That,
they get in healthy and they're a better team than Atlanta.
in Atlanta, that last game they look the Broncos. They look hurt. AFC.
Buffalo's running away with that thing, but Buffalo needs Kansas City to not get the one seed. Kansas City plays better at home, but if Buffalo gets that one seed, they're gonna be a tough out, and it's all them games gonna be in the snow.
Who? The question is who would be that? That's well. First of all, Buffalo got to do their job, but who would in the AFC that could stop Kansas City? Because
I don't even know who the rest of they might fuck around and lose the next one against Denver that they play. So the next one they play
yeah.
is in Denver, and
Oh.
The Chargers took them down to the wire too.
Right. I mean, every almost. I honestly tell you, bro. I don't know what game. I'm trying to think of during the 10 wins that it looked convincing.
None of them,
Right.
not
Right.
one of them.
So if the playoffs started today, this is how it will look. I'm just going with the hunt. In the hunt in the AFC, the Dolphins are still in the hunt. The Colts and the Bengals. In the NFC, the Cardinals, after that loss, took them out that seed. The Buccaneers, Rams, and the 49ers are y'all still in pretty much y'all division. You're still in the
Yep.
hunt.
That's what
But
I'm saying. The Niners could sneak in there somehow.
I'm
I
man,
think they got to win the division to do it though.
yeah, it's like the Detroit or or I guess with the
Detroit
Vikings.
or the Vikings. Vikings could catch them. They only one game behind.
Yeah.
But Detroit owns the tiebreaker, and they got to play each other again because
And
the Lions got to play the Packers again. They got to play the Vikings again. They play the Bears on Thursday. Yo, this Thursday slate of games is trash.
wait. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Here you go. Thursday, Thanksgiving, Bears,
Bears and
Lions.
Lions, Giants Cowboys.
I'll be watching the movie. I'm not watching that
What?
game.
I mean, Dolphins and Green Bay might be okay.
Yeah, it might, but
City gonna spank the Raiders. I think the Chargers could beat the Falcons.
okay.
Only good thing the Falcons got, the Chargers got to go cross country, and the Falcons are coming off a bye week.
Yeah,
That's the only good thing. Steelers and Bengals should be an interesting game. Bengals coming off a bye, they might win that one.
yeah, they got rest.
Texans should take their anger out on the Jags. Vikings should smoke the Cardinals.
I like how you saying should.
Because you never know with these dumbass teams, they could drop the ball.
Any given Sunday.
Colts should beat
Yeah.
the Patriots. Um, the Jets and Seahawks. I don't even
You
want to watch that shit.
listen. Usually we say a West Coast team coming to the East Coast. You got
Yeah,
an East Coast
the
team,
Jets,
but
and the Jets are coming off a bye week, so they got 2 weeks to prepare for them.
right. And we
You know,
talking about
that shit show that the Seahawks put on last week. But the Jets been losing to everybody, so it's hard to say.
or find a way to lose.
Is that Washington against Tennessee? They should win that.
Yeah.
Panthers are gonna get smoked bad. Rams can beat but that's the thing. If Kamara goes off, they gonna smoke the Rams.
Oh my God,
If
Kamara.
Kamara get busy, and they're coming off a bye week too,
Yeah.
and they're at home, and I can't wait to see this Eagles and Ravens game. That's the best game of the week.
Game of the
And
week.
then Niners. I don't know, man. I don't know how they're gonna pull this off. Hopefully, they get a bunch of pieces back this week. If they get a bunch of pieces back, they got a chance. If
And
Purdy not playing, they not winning.
and it's a Sunday night football game.
Yep. If Purdy, I'm hearing it might be a snow game.
Oh my goodness. And the Monday night game is Denver and Cleveland.
Denver gonna smoke Cleveland.
Oh, good
The
Lord.
ball out at home.
And that's week 13, man. Hey
Denver
man.
out at home. Vaughn.
Hey man, let me find out you want to be the co-host every week. We can make it happen, brother.
Every week, holler at me. I got you.
We can make it happen, man. I appreciate you coming on.
Anytime.
We about to end this off, and you can go back and keep the situation going. You can focus on that. But
So I appreciate you bringing me on.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll talk to you later, though. I'll talk to you later.
Just hit me.
All right, brother.
Peace.
Yes, sir. So we finished this week off, getting ready for week 13. I want all y'all to have a special and happy Thanksgiving. This is Fat Tony week. Well, Fat Daddy Enforcer week. And I'm gonna be eating the fiddles and all that stuff. But football is amongst us, even though I don't want to watch that damn Cowboy Giant game, but I gotta do my job and at least get some highlights of the shit. Enjoy your holiday. Be with your family, be with your loved ones, and have thirds on me. Until then, I'm your boy Enforcer, Mr. Attention Together. I am out of here. Adeuces.